YouTube, this is Dr. Wanda. I have another informative tip. Um, this could be for anybody, but I really have a heart for it for the Africans. This is an online opportunity to be a translator. So I'm sure you can also be an interpreter, but they're really looking for translators. So the difference between an interpreter and a translator is an interpreter is working with oral language, whereas the translator is looking at written language. Okay, so what you would do with this particular company is that you sign up. They give you a two-part test. It offers 24/7 opportunity, meaning that it's open there all day, every day. So it gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule, commit your own time. You can use your own language. But I also don't want to limit you because I know that many of the Africans are fluent in other languages. So you may speak French or you may speak German or Greek. And so some of those other languages are available for translation as well. It says you can earn up to what amounts to like $400 US per month. So we're looking at like maybe 30 something dollars or more an hour. And yeah, that's what it does. And they have a nice list of translator resource that's attached to the website. So you can go through the resources and get exposed and get some practice and sharpen your skills and have some tools to work with. But this is an excellent online opportunity for anyone who is skilled with language. Now, I'm always impressed. I tell everybody, the U.S. we're lazy. Westerners are lazy. If we speak two languages, we blessed. Most times I meet Africans who speak 3 to 4 languages. So the options are large. And I always believe because of technology, you have the opportunity to work in pairs, to work together as a group to kind of get through a document. So you don't have to feel like, oh, I'm breaking the rules if I don't do it myself. Not necessarily. You may want to partner with somebody, especially when you start out, to just kind of get familiar with the platform and walk through some things. I shared this with a sister friend of mine in Zambia, and she's looking, she's a teacher, but she's also looking just like for some extra income. COVID has hurt so many of us and really just taken so many opportunities away. I said, listen, there's some online opportunities because your cognitive skills are high. Your English is really, really good. She's like, really? I said, do you hear how well we talk with each other? We talk with each other real well. Your English is good, okay? Because it's my first language. Even when I'm typing pretty fast, and her response time is good. Sometimes I'll get an African who will say, "Doc, slow down," or they'll need a minute to process, or they'll sort of default down to emojis or abbreviation, and she actually expresses herself in complete sentences and complete thoughts. So I said, you are an excellent candidate for Gengo. So it's GENGO.com, and she did actually take on the charge to do that. So the application process is not a complicated process. The way they pay, I saw 2 ways. One said PayPal, the other said something called like Payor. This is a platform I'm not familiar with, but they do go into great detail with that platform. One thing I liked about this company is that it says you can do this work globally. And usually when you can do it globally, it means you can be any place in the world and you can still cut on your computer and work with the company, and you shouldn't have all these problems with technology. Because sometimes when you're trying to get online, when you're not supposed to be out of the country, it'll drag, or you can't open certain links. It'll give you problems because they put up a lot of firewalls. This one, it seems like, the firewalls are down. You can work from your smartphone. Anytime you can work from these smartphones, it's beautiful. If you spend a lot of money on your smartphone, get your money's worth out of it. Let it help you make that money back and some. So this is to my African family. The company, again, is Genco, GENGO.com to be a translator. This is a strength of you all's on this continent. You need to start accessing that. And let's say this company don't work for you. You say, Doc, I went there, I couldn't find the language, this, that, the other. Begin to offer yourself as an independent contractor to be a translator. We're always looking for them. Now I'm blessed. In Ghana, I do as well as I do because at least I married my husband. I married him, and he speaks at least 3 to 4 of the languages here. So he has his own language, and he speaks English. But then he can vibe with someone that speaks Tree. He can vibe with someone that speaks Airway. So it's so much I can do with him when we're traveling. He understands far more than I can even imagine. If I had to, look at a book or try to remember what the class gave me, no, I just completely, for most part, rely on him, and that's made the difference in terms of the work. So we're never going to minimize the importance of our translators and of our interpreters, okay? Because there are times I have to look at material. I have to even as I'm looking for the herbs and things for the store, you know, he has to interpret what that concept is. When you actually translate that into English, and all things are not translatable, believe it or not, he's the person that either can do it, or he can brainstorm me or problem solve me to another person that can do it, and then he can pretty much surmise what that person is explaining to me. Okay, so translators, interpreters, my African brothers and sisters, you really need to hop on this because you are amazing. I speak English and I'm proficient at Spanish. Every day that I'm not using the Spanish is kind of disappearing. You guys work your language pretty often, so check out the website. I think you're gonna like it. If not, just type in translator positions for African languages for Africa, and see what you come up with. But I think this is a good online opportunity, and with that, I'm gonna sign out.